of the first series of the second day of the playoffs here. Let's see and who's going to be taking this grand lead. And of course, such a fantastic start. And of course, introducing Paper Rex on the defending side. And your attackers and oppressors will be no NAMERS.
Oh man, look how aggressive they are. We just talked about first game of the day. They woke up, they had breakfast, and they said, I'm going to choose violence. And Ben Kai will be the one dropped down by Temps. Temps, 22 HP left. He loves playing aggressive, very similar to the playstyle of Forsaken, but that Snake Bite will be the one to team out. It's a back and forth here before two teams, but Jing will wrap it all up.
The problem
Three
is
still alive.
They need to see where their enemies are going to be coming from. But speaking of which, let's see how it goes with the swing. Divine gets the first hit, instantly falls back, and instantly a retaliation of further utilities to set things up. And Forsaken still pushing forward alongside with the rest of the team here. An absolute slaughter, no less. And they have no Spectres. We're just talking about Classic and Ghost head on, and now between both of the teams, a quick flank from Ben Kai on the other side to seal their fate. I love it right now. If you see on the map, a quick adaptation, right? They realize that if a flank coming in, you already see DXN holding out that back line. Full fit for the rest of the team to try to push forward. But Jing, a quick flank from the side doors, but eventually gets traded back. Still pushing straight into the side here. A little bit more confident. DXN realizing with a lack of a man, they have to join alongside him. A traditional push with a nice setup with utility disguise both, and a good diligence checking by Temps to secure that site. The spike's been planted, but then again, the threat is still at large, and that's Forsaken. But DXN finally gets the pick he was looking for, and now it comes down to a 2v3.
You can see here Sky playing behind the pillar right now. You can see where, in terms of where they're coming from, it's going to be from CT side rather. For now, Sky waiting out the aftershock. Here's Ben Kai jumping down, sprays out, gets one, and tap for crossfire, beautifully done by DXN. And now they get around for them. Temps, as usual, going aggressive, throws out the concuss here, doesn't quite get anyone just yet. But look at how Paper Rex is holding up. They're holding out a little bit backwards on the site. A has no one on it, if you look at that. Regardless, Vera immediately on the site. This is one of the fastest takes I've ever seen, but the concuss puts so much damage onto him. And the rotations coming in from Paper Rex, one from mid, one from the top side, and one from the bottom. And this is the situation where no NAMERS has to figure out how many people are we going to put to look at one entry from each side. Oh my god, Forsaken, so aggressive with the Guardian.
He was so prepped for it for any time of intersection as well. Jing flies in, secures the side entirely. Toxic Screen also committed as well. But the thing is, the plan is spited towards Hulk, so they can just buy their time. But they slowly are winning out the fights. They're slowly pushing forward. Jing couldn't get the blast back as much as possible, but he still gets the 3-man spray here and still secures the side with much efficiency as well.
Oh my god, Jing, I would like to call him... I want to say the Hulk.
That shows how much firepower they have in this round. And now with the ultimate call out as well, even though despite with the assistant and the rally ball, still didn't get the kill on Devi, and Devi stopped things hard. And woo! Mind Freak prepped of it, anticipated it, and managed to get the respective frags. All of them are falling down and literally slams to the slaughter here in the hallways, and they literally could not do anything about it. The hands of Paper Rex here. But let's see how it goes.
Earlier just now, I did see Mind Freak push up from Dish, but Jing will be here in the meantime. Immediately jumps out of the way, misses everything. He wants to go in aggressively, gets one, gets two! Jing, are you serious right now?
Oh man. I love it because Jing just sort of like resolved himself, right? If I'm gonna get hit by that Rolling Thunder, I might say go in for it, but he didn't really hit him. He decided to just commit for it, and he gets so much value out of it at the same time for that trade. Although yes, it now comes down to the hands of Devi and Ben Kai, but the chip damage has been done and it's stalled for time. They're nowhere near the site or even having that opportunity. And Vera, he can't go in. He only can play it up back right now at this point. And DXN trying to look for those corners, trying to look for those angles for those picks. But for Paper Rex at this moment, they said, we don't have to be aggressive. We don't have to do anything about this. We could just buy our time. Time is on their side. So is the positioning as well. And I believe as well they managed to keep track. I believe Jing also just did relay the information, almost got the kill on Vera. So you won't see that really explosive entry coming in from Vera's side here.
Yeah, regardless, we are seeing Ben Kai all alone on site.
Which is fine.
Which is very scary, honestly. Here comes DXN, he gets one, gets two. There's only one more coming from the side, Ben Kai. He can do it all by himself.
man, the
It's always
Guardian.
explosive when we see their games, but Thames, he says, I can play as
that's
aggressively
great.
too, and Thames finds Forsaken, Jing finds Thames, Jing finds Shun, and he's not done. He gets a 4K out of that!
I'm gonna say this right now, Jing, that is not fair at all. That is absolutely unfair, like unbelievably unfair.
No, I'm wide awake now. Thames still maintaining this aggression. If you look at it, this time a little bit different. Thames gets 2 traders out, another 2 with Jing. And we're seeing that back and forth here from the 2 teams. Jing pushing up onto the side already. They want to try and find where the other members are. Very aware that they're coming in from 2 sides as Jing takes up tower.
Oh, wrong timing, my friend, to get the knife out though, but that's gonna be a free one for Shun. In the end, they just had to really play with this. But now the real question is, do they want to fall back with this? Both sides able to go in for the pitch here. Jing, a nice swing, a quick tap to the head. Could have gotten the core, but Sky shuts him down. Now all hands falls into Davai here in this 1v2. Now it seems viable. Now it seems solid as well. Since DXN had the operator in hand and all they had to do is just play for angles. But remember, this is Fracture, a relatively big and long map as well. A lot of angles to cover for here. If Davai can get those nice timings, he could just sneakily get into the site, but he still has to watch for tower.
They're both inside of tower right now. They're very aware. This is a nice angle! Could have been possible.
You know, he has an operator in hand. So why not, right? Take that pick. But either way, now it's a fresh new one.
I mean, when we talk about DXN, we've seen him on Chamber, we've seen on Op in general. He's just one of the scariest ones we've seen, even on Killjoy. For now, DXN does get 1, but Benkai gets 2 in return. That is just insane. But for now, Vera goes down. Forsaken finds him. The Op changes hands, but not quite able to do anything about that. DXN, as Forsaken closes that gap here, and Shun gonna be caught out by Davai with an Op as well.
It's gonna be a trade. There's always gonna be a price, and Paperex is making it so costly here.
Look at this.
And the utility setups is just so insane to me.
Yeah, but that aggression gonna be punished by no NAMERS toward Jing. Sky gets a weapon right now, switches out with his teammate, and they're gonna say, okay, let's try a re-rotation this time instead of going straight onto the site. Davai, he's very aware that that might be happening. That's why he's already watching the flank. We just talked about how Forsaken is a lurk-heavy map, a map that you can flank all the time. Looks like one wrong one is gonna be their doom, as Davai finds Sky, immediately has to teleport away. Vera gonna be satcheling forward right now. It's only him and Shun, as Shun takes some damage from the backside. Davai, he's so low, but all he needs is just 1 shot to the head. His teammate is in front of him, and Davai gets a 3K already. Can it be a 4? Not quite, as Shun shuts it down, but Forsaken is ready in the backside to save him. That's
so
what
much
makes
damage.
Paperex great. Individually, they're great, and also teamwork-wise, they're also a lot great as well. DXN will be the one caught out by Forsaken instead, but here comes the Rolling Thunder as well, but does it really matter? For now, Thames does find Mind Freak, and Jing not quite able to get anything just yet. Jing finds Thames in the backside. It's going to be a 3-on-4 Rolling Thunder back in return. Jing is not scared, even though 47 HP, but here comes the overdrive. Forsaken gets 2, but going to be shut down by Benkai in the end towards Shun. 9-2 already.
It feels like every round is a surmountable wall for them to overcome, and they have to try to see what they can do out of the box to step things up. Thames, what a very swift execution into the side. Couldn't get the necessary amount of frags, but they just want to get that plan down first.
Want to play? Let's
Here comes the tour de force as well, as Thames pushes forward onto the side. Forsaken coming from back. That's timing onto that from the judge. Will be from Thames. Overdrive runs out. He tries to do a jump shot here, put some damage inside. Jing will get a bit, but that damage does not come through, but will be traded out by Mind Freak. Sky does find Mind Freak in return, and the concussor, the aftershock comes out from under there. Jing with 9 HP. He wants to go aggressive, but from the back here is DXN! And he wins this one. They want to wear it already with the Roomba. Knows there's someone there going to be clearing that out with the pain shells. He's playing a corner here. There's a very dangerous corner, but Jing still wins it regardless, but that is going to be the trade there by Sky. Regardless, They are playing the attack is defense, defense is attack game, but Vera is so very low. Plant already coming in from Benkai. Davai gets one, trades out, but a trade back in return comes through. This is a 2-for-1 that you talked about earlier, Leo.
Man, this is tough as well. The best part about it, they tried to read the
but they're like, no, go the
situation.
other way, it's fine, I can hold my own ground. They're just so confident, but here comes Forsaken. He's another confident one. For now, Jing does find one as well. Forsaken with the fast lane, immediately gonna be clearing out CT, but Jing coming through. He put some damage onto Jing. Jing whiffs, sorry, Thames whiffs that. Unfortunately, there's only Sky left. What can he do?
Pray. I mean, that's pretty much all you can do at this point here. Of course, he's still...
I mean, he can get some, maybe.
Shorty in hand, yes he can. But he does get spotted in the end, and they're on the hunt. They're hot on his heels. Sky, you better run, my friend. The heavens are awaiting you, my good sir.
My judgment comes through.
Look behind, he's gonna get flanked as well.
Oh man, he's pinched. There's nowhere for him to go and run. Hello, he says. Forsaken gets that. That's a 3K for him. Almost neck to neck at this point.
Either way, no, we'll get back to that later on. Oh, I love it. He tried to catch him in the fast lane at the same time. Almost got him good too. By the way, still falls back into the respective trade to go back into the side. Chip damage is good as well as he managed to stall and slow for time. DXN almost held down the line at the tower. Couldn't last for too long here. Now the plan is coming down. Post plan looks a little bit more solid, but then again, I spoke a little bit too soon. Now it looks viable. Benkai, can you do this again? It is 1v2 situation. They try to wall back. He's playing in back and forth. Bob and we survive. He bind the desert amount of time. He only had 45 HP to play with this as well. Just in a good swing. He spots the head. The jumping goes great. The fault line's perfect. And that's going to be a nice retake for another side here of no namers.
I have to say, even against two players, Benkai survived that long. And no namers really respected him to move together, to weave back and forth.
Literally throwing it for a spin here. By the way, fresh new round. Forsaken once again taking that grand lead. Like a very cheeky angle Sky has. Getting a lot of audio cues, but Forsaken is still very diligent in those angles as well. Rolling Thunder committed a very offensive one as well. Doesn't really catch a Shun. Shun surprised him from the fast lane, but couldn't get anyone at the same time. And in the end, doesn't pay any dividend, unfortunately. But on the side, Vera, DXN, finding the respective answers. And the best part, they got full control of the spike.
I have to say that was so beautifully done. Regardless, Davai from the side here. Does he know? He does! Finds DXN in return.
Close.
Thames, he knows there's someone at drop here. Just waiting for now, but Mind Freak finds Vera.
No way.
Thames will trade him out in between 1v1 to Thames! But Davai still wins that! I don't think that they've ever missed a beat. For now, here comes Conquest through. Davai will outgun him just like that. Here comes Overdrive as well as Mind Freak. He finds one, Forsaken finds one instead. Forsaken finds two, and Mind Freak will trade out. And it's a flawless 13-4 to the side of Paper X. Your opinion here.
My opinion? Okay.
Okay, what do you think can no-namers do to, not know what can they do, but another idea of what exactly can they change in terms of their game style, but let's put that forward to the side for a while as Paper Jing opens up the game. Immediately taking out Thames in return, clears out B side before rotating back to the other side.
I love it, right? The On comes in, and they're really committed to trying to stick as grouped up as much as possible. And that's why you can see a massive rotation coming in. And in the end, it didn't pay too much because instantly that allowed a very swift execution into the side. And now they got the respective corner to hold it down as well. They're slowly pushing forward. Trades are happening, but the spike has already been planted. But at least now it comes down to the 2v2. They got the respective trade despite giving the side to the hands of Paper Rex. But remember, check this out. This Shun's a little bit chipped as well. This could be a nice timing with the gravity well, but the fault line keeps him at bay. Nice timing. Shock dart doesn't connect. He pushes forward, but he never spotted him at all. But he had the shock dart in hand, so he couldn't really pick him off.
Oh, that was so unfortunate to the timing. Benkai is alone. Blind comes out here. Both of them are chained on him. He gets
no way!
Benkai! That was a classic, and he clutches this. Still are doing the same thing. Nothing has changed here. As Forsaken immediately coming in through long flashes out the area, doesn't find anyone just yet. Immediately, the teleport does come through, but Shun with the headshot. That is so painful. Benkai trades it out. Temps playing an aggressive angle. He doesn't find anyone just yet, but he will be getting one at least, not quite. Gets some chip damage, and he doesn't realize there's someone else at the bottom. That's going to be Mind Freak.
No need to play slow. They did lose Forsaken relatively early, but that doesn't matter. They already managed to facilitate themselves into the side. They comes out the Vera to get the respective tag. Prowler comes in, but he managed to spot one. Still sustained, but Davai is going to be the one to shut him down.
I
mean, there was so much control, so it's
really
not needed.
Was, yeah, but either way, look at the fault line coming through, misses,
man.
but teleports away. Vera will be caught out. Coming from the side, here's smokes from Astra. Coming to the side, he does not realize it. Temps, but here comes the showstopper. Doesn't find anyone through, but Forsaken will trade out Trems in return. Immediately DXN gonna be caught out by the Seas. No follow-up regardless, but Sky, they immediately know that he's watching the corner here, but Forsaken teleports away, but that reaction time from DXN is something to behold.
Oh, quick spray with a Spectre in hand. He's confident when it comes to close and personal situation. He's gonna get the upper hand. A quick plan with the spike as well as Shun is slowly making his way. He does have the Vandal in hand. He can try to isolate some of them and go for that 1v1. Not even needed. Mind Freak just quickly pushes through the U-Haul.
Paper X, and I have to commend them for that. But for now, Jing immediately finds DXN. Not too sure how he's this aggressive thing. As Jing gets one, will he get two? Not quite. Fault line comes through, but for now, sprays come out. Benkai loses that regardless, but Temps gets two. Jing will finally find him back in return. Pain Shells come out here, and for now, Shun has to move forward, but Mind Freak finds him from the other side. Immediately, Jing will be the one planting. Mind Freak is just so low, and Sky is all alone. Mind Freak 5 HP.
Which is great, because right now at this point, they're finding the respective trades. Sadly, 5 HP doesn't really cut it out for him, trying to get the respective head. Sky's going to get a nice upgrade for this one. It comes down to the 1v1. Does he have any armor though? So has to be careful, but so does Jing. May have the upper hand, and Sky takes it back. The first round win for the side of NAMERS, and now you see some form of success. Past few rounds, like that's when we see a little bit more trainings, right? The round always ends for the side of Paper X with a costing one, like one man remaining, 2 players remaining.
They're
now
gonna
at least
go through because of how chaotic Paper X can be. Teleports come through as well. Flash as well. Fault line thrown out. He teleports immediately.
way!
No way he did that. That was just so good. Immediately pushes up through the pain shell as well as Roomba. He still wins that regardless before Shun shuts him down. DXN gonna find Jing as well. Is it still 3-on-3? Still winnable. But suddenly the speed is gone. But Benkai still finds Shun.
Spike planted. Face your fear!
Nightfall comes, but Benkai is still fine. Still finding the rest of the squad very comfortable in their respective hole. DXN has the operator, so going to be trying to play towards the corner side as well. Fall line forces them back even further. Vera trying to see he can get those necessary fights, but will not be answered at all. An attempt coming to a shower, Vera shuts the Divide down. Comes down to the 2v2, but time is running out. He has to go forward aggressively, does not find the success. And Vera, looks like I believe he had no choice. Has to fall back and save that Vandal. Don't think he's going to be able to get that operator, so by no choice had to fall back in the end.
Oh.
Now I'm going to be able to expand on this. Now I'm going to be able to talk about how crazy that execution into the site, right? As much as I want to say how
situation for any sort of Yoru player, honestly, because you want to play as aggressive as you can. You need a situation where you can teleport onto site, but immediately Dimensional Rift is out. Gets so much information here. He still wins that because of that flash. And here comes his whole orbital strike to buy some time, but doesn't get anyone.
Total side control instantly. Did cost 2 ultimate, but they're still totally fine with them. We're gonna check your back. But same goes to DXN here, as they managed to get the respective tags. Now 3v4, and we see Forsaken 58 HP. Finally gets shut up by Sky. Well done as well. But that doesn't mean they're out of the clear. They're nowhere near the spot. And Benkai is gonna choke them in labs here. It does get one. Vera managed to shut down Mind Freak, but it doesn't matter. It all comes down to Vera.
Regardless, Davai will wrap things up. So we have to give them space.
Oops, shower control. We see on the other side, looks like Forsaken. Gonna be able to find him, but looks like Thames gets him in the end. That's a big shot as well. Trey Mothers catches on Jing, but he's still totally fine. Prowler comes in, check the respective corners, instantly falls back. Now they're slowly getting that foothold from the sideline. A quick TP coming in from Thames as he tries to catch them off guard, but already did anticipate it, as it is also one of their points of execution as well. Managed to shut him down for the respective trade. 4v4, spot the gun barrel. That's going to be a nice shutdown. Unfortunate one as well by Jing. Flying into the back of side, spots the head. The showstopper will stop all his shows for this round at least. And now it comes down massive control for the side here for Paper Rex.
26 HP, playing a very
Step forward a bit
dangerous
more.
game. Yeah, I mean, we would love
A bit
to see
more.
a Jing barbecue. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. For now, there are still 2 members still very much alive. 2 on 4. It's going to be a tall tower or tall hill for them to climb. They know that 1 is over there. I'm actually make that just 1 left, where it's just going to be Sky. This situation, Sky, what are you going to do? Are you going to save? Are you going to go the other way? Mind Freak pushing forward very carefully here. Sky whiffs, but gets it in the end. But for now, look at how many angles he has to look at.
The spike. I mean, he tried. Still on the attacking side. Well, look at this. He flies in. That's great as well. But he does get blinded as well. This spot 1, but that's going to be a fake. But Sky with the classic shots 1 on Jing. Could have followed, could have transitioned to the next one. It's a 1 in an instant clear. Literally a blink of an eye and everyone's gone.
And at this point, you start figuring out whether is it Forsaken, is it clone. They also have so much chaos going around. How are we also supposed to watch the teleport rift as well?
I'm playing a little bit slow because of the fact that they saw a really massive aggression coming in from 10 to the last round. They really want to try to punish him for that one, but look at this setup. Hard and Siege going to be definitely forcing out anyone from the doorway, but it's not going to be finding anyone there. Forsaken's already in the deep zone into the site as well. And literally, Thames is like, what are you doing here? How do you get here? But then again, he did hit the teleport cues, but the Haunt was still in play. Benkai catches off anyone from the back line from that flank. A very massive setup as well.
Get on the corners
just love
and
Fade.
watch it. Look at Heaven. DXN doesn't know that Forsaken is right underneath.
Oh, he will
No,
know
he
soon.
knows now, I guess. But for now, look at that DXN. He has his
barrel?
eyes trained on
Oh,
Mind Freak's.
yeah.
Only 1 person left. Immediately, Forsaken gonna be jumping through, walking with his teleport, actually masking his footsteps. DXN coming from the side here. DXN knows. They're just
No
waiting.
way.
Here comes the
No
aftershock.
way.
No, I can't believe this. But Davai gets him in the end. Oh my god. Regardless,
the
Tour de
synergy
Force.
really makes it
I
work.
know, it's just so good. For now, Tour de Force is out. Question is, can he pop any hits? Immediately, Benkai gonna throw that flash out. Immediately, they're like, okay, let's just kind of bait this out. But look at that discipline coming in from No Namers. Doesn't really push out.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Look.
Vera gets picked out here from Benkai. Really fast reaction time coming through. He does check it once again. Jing gonna move forward here. There's also the Prowler. Immediately, DXN is ready, but gonna be trading out Shun as well as DXN in return. They were ready, but they weren't ready to deal with the aftercare coming through here. And Forsaken, he doesn't care if it's a barbecue pit. He will literally walk on top here. And Davai will trade 1 out. Davai does the same. He's gonna push forward with all his teammates. It's a firing range. 2 attempts. What can you do with a Marshall?
So close.
You know, besides, you know, all calm down in there. Because I think they want to get the necessary information, but once again, aggression. Benkai shuts Thames down. Love the preparation as well as they heard the blast pack. Really calm and collected, really great.
They are ready for plan A to Z. Throw out whatever you want. We are ready to counter, and Forsaken already gets 2 teleport as well onto the site. But this time, he doesn't teleport in. He already is enabled. Look at that. He's going straight to CT. Teleports again. Faked teleport forward just to kind of bait out any of the members. DXN is ready now, but he does get Forsaken as Davai pushes forward. He'll be jumping left and right, up and down. There's so many. Davai has his knife out again. Are you kidding me? No, Davai! He gets punished for that. And DXN is probably just breathing a sigh of relief, but Jing says, okay, that's fine. We let Davai have
it's not just the
it.
knives, right? It's like just the fact of how close in person they really like to get in front of you. It's a real jump scare, and I can't blame them. I didn't even know there could be horror games in Valorant as it is, but either way, Nightfall comes here, and with the audio cue to face their fears, and now they have to pull it forward! They couldn't react in time. Team's gonna be able to get picked them off, but instantly the trade has been done. But they managed to get into the side. A quick switcheroo, but doesn't matter. Forsaken will hold the ground and safely teleport back into the side. I told you, nightmares everywhere, popping out of the smokes like some boogeyman, you know? Baba Yaga coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow.
Oh man,
Oh.
this just gets more and more oppressive every round from Paper Rex, but Thames will get one. Forsaken already 3K. Forsaken with the sprays.
Peaks. But in this game, they have full confidence in how they can deal with this one. Oh no, the blast man didn't really elevate him as far as they hoped for.
Thames gonna get flashed out for this. Forsaken will be the one to go out of the first round. Regardless, Benkai already in the backside. Jing finds Shun. Immediately Jing trying to find a way onto the site. Here comes the pain shells as well, but Benkai will be found out in the end. Jing does get one with the pain shells as Davai finds DXN's head. He pops another one as well. 22 HP left. It's only Sky to worry about. And Sky, he's all the way over here. He's like, okay, I'll plant here on B. I can at least get some plant money. It's gonna be a nightmare dealing with 3. Can I get one more? He does. Can he get 2 actually? From the side here, he gets 2. Can he clutch this? One more. Mind Freak, not quite enough to actually overcome the last person.
A little bit more HP. If he just had a little bit more, he could try to duke it out. There was potential, and it started to look viable as well. When he started whittling down the number, despite the position and the HP he initially had as
Team
well.
here,
So either way,
where now Bleed and No Namers are vying for that second spot, but look how the aggression coming in from Temps, just as aggressive as Jing. Temps pushing forward here right now, but he does not realize Benkai is there with the judge.
Spike planted.
This is great. Another judge, Sal, they could have really find it as well. They still, the best part about it, although yes, they are losing the respective members here, but they managed to facilitate into the side. Mindfree, whoa! Despite the win, still succeed. That's some crazy stuff coming in. But either way, 3v3. Mindfree doesn't really have the necessary HP, so he's going to be trying to play with the angles, and it does succeed on DXN. Tries to continue forward here. Now comes out a 1v3 here. Vera, can you do it for the sideline? I don't think that's going to be happening, and that's going to be the round for Paper Rex. And his first zero this morning here will go to the side to them with a 13-1 scoreline.
They won.